Dobra, jednak zmieniłem zdanie. Najpierw pójdźmy do pana kapitana Penningtona, czyli Mister Wąsika i zapytajmy go po prostu o tą sytuację, jaka tu się dzieje. Co się dzieje, po prostu. Ogarniemy się trochę w tym forcie Jericho. A potem poszukamy tego typa od tej laski, co tam. Odnośnie do archiwum, wszystkie zapisy, raporty i inne dokumenty przesortowane na jeden są teraz zamknięte na górze w zbrojowni. Aby uzyskać do nich dostęp, należy się ze mną skontaktować. To dobrze będzie, że to ten taki żołnierzyk w wąsiku.
Captain Pennington.
Ta, to on. Skądś kojarzę tą twarz?
Captain Pennington, sir.
Mr. McWraith, you live.
There's work to be done.
Work. You had work. A mission. To bring one last glimmer of hope. To gladden our hearts before the pit takes us all.
You secretive bastards haven't helped.
The job is done. There's no more hope and little enough time. All that remains is the pit.
Holy shit, jakie podziemia.
Welcome to the last stand, McWraith. Welcome to the end.
I wouldn't surrender just yet, Captain. I found Helen Priest. We brought supplies.
A waste of effort on both accounts.
No, gościu się już chyba poddał.
We saved a life. Resupplied, you may save more.
For the sake of what? For the sake of days, a week perhaps? You've saved no one. You've prolonged the terror. The dead will come. Our throats will feel their bony fingers soon enough. The end is inevitable.
It is if you will not act. You're the officer. Take command. Surely you can't intend to do nothing.
You sound like Priest. She has changed. Her return to Fort Jericho has made her impulsive, irrational, quarrelsome. I believe she did not fully grieve her husband's loss. Returning to the scene has, it seems, reopened the wound. It festers. She'll join the lieutenant soon enough. When our defences crumble at the last, the pit shall take us all.
As the commanding officer, you must know all the local lumps and bumps.
The lumps and bumps can smooth themselves. I have other priorities.
Why did you come to New Eden, Captain? Why here?
Far from the many wars we fight, you mean? I'd shot enough Frenchmen and more than enough Indians.
Did no one come with you?
Keep to your business, son, not mine.
It's just, there's a portrait hanging on the wall. A family.
I had a wife and daughter once. I'll not entertain you with their story.
Ja coś czuję, że on też będzie miał, bo zawsze te główne postacie z głównego wątku, tak jak już widzieliśmy wcześniej, mają zawsze powiązania z tą Debrą. I on też jakieś będzie miał. Ale zgaduję, że on po prostu wykonywał rozkazy, tak mi się wydaje, bo on teraz już jest taki,
Tell me more about yourself.
ma na wszystko wyjebane, ma wszystko w
I
dupie,
did
nie?
my duty and had the fortune to return alive. That's all. We who are intimate with war tell no tales.
I thought that too. I was wrong. Silence allowed my ghosts to prosper. It is good to tell our stories.
If ever I do tell, I'll not be telling you, son.
No właśnie. Nic się tu nie dowiemy.
Fair to say your tactical retreat from New Eden town has not served you.
The town was doomed to fall to the curse. We disagreed on everything. There was nothing left to do but leave. We did not know there'd be no escape. No smith gathered the board and the governor let the affair flock to him. We never agreed on anything in the first place.
The new smiths are holed up in the woods, planning soon to leave for Boston.
They may leave for Boston, but the curse will follow. The curse will follow until their backs are against the wall.
Klątwa to tylko idzie za twardą.
The governor is no more. His son takes charge. They rebuild as best they can.
Little Lammy Haskell? Truly? Well, better him than his father. May the vacuous peacock rest in peace.
No, widzicie? Zobaczcie, jak to podziałało. Zabiłem grubasa Haskella. Zrobiłem złą rzecz. I mam większe poparcie niż po zrobieniu z dobrej rzeczy z tymi siostrami, nie?
How do things stand, Captain, as you see them?
Tu nie ma dobrych i złych wyborów, chyba tak mi się wydaje. Tu są po prostu mniej gorsze i gorsze.
The clock of our extinction ticks on towards the hour. We may no more defeat the dead than we may vanquish the ocean waves.
Spróbuj chociaż, no
Must at
gości.
least try.
We lack much, yet we are still alive. How is that, do you think? We hold to the last. We resist, till retribution rises from the pit and drags us all to hell.
Well, that's something worth waiting for.
I fail to see the appeal of this slow agony.
How unfortunate. Because thanks to you, and the time you bought us, the agony will be all the slower.
Permission to take my leave, Captain.
And if I refuse it?
Are you trying to recruit me, Captain? Do you really think I'd take the king's shilling?
If I were to offer enough shillings, I'm sure of it. I need no new lieutenants. But if you wish, you may stay. This key unlocks the unused watchtower. You'll bill it.
No,
You're here.
to dobrze, przyda się, bo muszę sobie ulepszyć mój muszkiecik. O, coś o Helen wiemy. Helen Priest nigdy nie doszła do siebie po śmierci swojego męża Sebastiana. No wiadomo, że nie doszła do siebie, bo mąż cały czas jest przy niej.
On the one hand, a captain beaten by the world. On the other, his rival, haunted and mutinous.
In a fort besieged by vengeful specters.
Helen worries me. Sebastian's return has lit a fuse.
Znowu jakaś Biblia do czytania. Czyli jebać. Dobra, zapalmy i ulepszmy sobie. Mój muszkiet w końcu zasługuje chociaż na jedno ulepszenie. Ewolucja? Ja już nie mam do czego tego dawać. Czy ja będę miał jeszcze jakieś te? A ja tu nie dałem. Obrażenia od skoczy są zwiększone w przypadku wrogów, czy mają pełne punkty zdrowia. Zapomniałem o tym w ogóle. Przecież ja to miałem dodać. Tu wszystko. Tu też wszystko. To co, to jeszcze nie mam po co wbijać levelu, bo to jest bez sensu. No jeszcze jeden by się przydał tutaj, nie? Obrażenia karabinem w słaby punkt są zwiększone, ale obrażenia przy trafieniu w korpus karabinem są zmniejszone. Sparowanie, mniejsza kolana, to sparowanie by się bardziej przydało. Ale tak, tu już nie mam co rozwijać. 20 poziom to jest maksymalny? Ave Maria. Porque falmita po. O! Tak jest! Aż tak to nie chcę. Ale ten pierścień pogromcy jest zajebisty teraz. Czy ulepszać tego? Oj, przepraszam, nie ten guzik. O! Czy ja mam jakieś lepsze amulety w ogóle? Co ten... Pokonanie wroga uderzeniem pięścią tej przez... To jest dobre. Zwiększone ale. Wszędzie jest te ale. Jak mnie wkurwia te ale. Obrażenia zadane przez są zwiększone przeciwko wrogom z pełnym zdrowiem. To też niby jest spoko. Ale i tak jest słabsze niż to. Ulepszmy o 1 punkt. A tu się zastanawiam, czy brać ten, czy ten z tym, że Anta zwiększa obrażenia następnego strzału. Z karabinu. Nie, no to jest lepsze, bo ten jeden atak to może mi zrobić dużo. No i teraz ulepszeń zrobiliśmy trochę. Mam odpocząć, tak? No chcę, no. Miałem odpocząć, to odpocznijmy. To już jest dużo. Już dużo poczyniłem. 5. poziom to już nie są przelewki.
Banishers, may
Siema,
I
Helen.
have a word?
No słucham.
Helen, something wrong?
Apologies for disturbing your rest. I'm afraid it can't wait. What did you think of the captain?
Jest załamany człowiek, złamany.
I saw an officer alone. A proud man turned to stone, perhaps by years of war. I saw a broken man.
I did not see the tyrant you described.
Inaction is tyranny. He will not act, but nor will he get the hell out of the way.
I do not disagree, but the captain needs help.
I too was a soldier, broken and haunted. With Antea's help, I recovered. Bennington may need the same.
Leave Pennington to me. The good folk of the fort need your help. You are banishers. The dead, you'll have noticed, hammer at the gates. I would like you to go into the mines and find out what enrages them so. I would like you to do what the captain will not.
And while we deal with the hordes of angry spectres, what shall you be doing?
When the mines are purged, I'll oust Pennington.
Okej.
Much goes on around here, and you seem to know about all of it.
I try, and I could do something about it if the captain was out of the way.
Co ona tak go chce? Bardzo odsunąć, ale tak bardzo na to naciska,
I came
nie?
with Sebastian, willingly, mind you. My father was a soldier. I knew there'd be trouble. Sebastian courted me for 3 years. I swore when we married I'd follow him to the end of the earth. And here we are.
How's morale about the fort?
Nie wiem, czy ten duchy już trochę
Fort
nie
has known
namącił w
better
głowie,
days.
nie? Ten
Not
duchy i
many,
męża.
mind. It's always been miserable. Folk deserve better. They fought so hard and lost so much. The captain must show them a future.
Is it your belief that Pennington's quarantine lies at the heart of the problem here? That this is why the dead rage so?
What else? He walled them in. Miners, nurses, soldiers, the healthy or the sick. He buried them all. And then he lied about it. I'll brook his callous cowardice no more.
How goes it with Sebastian?
I'm not sure. I had never let go of my grief. I was bereft, empty. His absence gave me substance. I clung to it. Useless, really. My husband died in the dark, with nothing but my handkerchief to soothe his last moments. And now, he's back. If each worthwhile thing in life is to be lived, and then when it is gone, to be grieved, then what now? I have to believe our love is enough.
Love or no, as long as Sebastian haunts you, you will never be safe. You must accept this.
No ja się z tym już pogodziłem
Sebastian
dawno.
haunts me. You aren't red.
I wiemy, co z Anteą zrobimy,
And we can love
jak
a little
pokonamy
longer.
koszmar.
Perhaps the meaning of our meeting is ours to define. Then time moves on.
Yes, 'tis a blessing and a curse. Yet against all reason, we persist. Let us make the most of time remaining.
Where do we go?
There is a second tunnel into the mines. The entryway was walled shut during the quarantine. Getting there will not be easy, but the barricade should fall without too much difficulty.
Dobrze, dobrze, ale to i tak zrobimy potem.
knows?
Najpierw misja poboczna.
Underground again. Wonderful.
If it soothes you, I too am taking a significant risk. The captain has a penchant for locking people up and leaving them to rot. Some years ago in New Eden Town, the captain locked up an innocent woman. A fate I wish to avoid.
Debrę pewnie, co?
Pennington the jailer. Do you speak of Deborah? What did he do?
I was away from New Eden Town at the time. Rumours said she was a witch, I later heard. And so too did the captain. The court agreed. Who knows what urges drove the captain then? He is a secretive man, and always has been.
No niestety, no. Wszyscy ci najważniejsi z New Eden miałem powiązania z Debrą. Z Debra, kurde, nie wiem, się wkurwiła. Jakiś naprawdę mocnego buffa dostała spoza światu i wróciła jako ten koszmar, nie?
We should go.
To jest najgorsze.
Then it's agreed. When you're ready, you'll investigate the mines. Take the hoist to the waterfall, near the outpost you first found me. From there, it is not far to the tunnel. Keep your wits and all your luck about you.
Wiem, wszystko wiem. Penningtonie. Kilka lat temu kapitan kazał uwięzić niewinną kobietę. No tak. Dobra, ale najpierw zróbmy... O! Już się kolejna misja pojawiła. Nawiedzenia. Te nawiedzenia chciałbym zrobić na początku. Tu jeszcze się nie pojawiła ta misja jedna. Tam jeszcze się jedna pojawi. Ale dobra, śledźmy tą na razie. Znajdź sklep Ferdinando. Ferdinando Millera. I tak jeszcze tutaj z ludźmi, tymi nieznajomymi pogadamy sobie.
An innocent woman jailed.
Ale on właśnie tak nie wygląda.
The captain doesn't strike me as a petty tyrant.
We'd have more
Helen
than
is
enough
right.
of them.
The truth
Folk in
lies
Boston are
down
not
there
short of wolf
somewhere.
pelt. What do I do
I
with
suspect
this?
Deborah is
You're
at
a
it again.
merchant. Sell it.
I'd sell sunshine to the Spanish, but that
Dobra,
is
przestańcie
not the
gadać, bo
problem.
chcę pogadać z wami.
We've more than enough wolf. Bring me a bear, and we'll talk.
A bear?
I could get 40... No, 20 pieces of 8 for a bear pelt, if it were in good condition. I'll pay you half that.
Half of 40 is 20. I'm the one risking my life out there. I'll take the 20.
It's a fabulous plan, and I'm so pleased you thought of it.
An excellent plan indeed. I see only one problem. There is no bear. Not out here. They're all gone. Gone to Boston, perhaps, to sell their pelts.
Well then, when they return they shall be naked and rich, and I shall sell them wolf. Good day, sir.
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel Sather, at your service. What can I do for you?
Rudy. Musimy uważać.
Mr. Sather remains to be seen. Red McCraith, by the way. The Banisher. You seem a chatty fella.
We see precious few new faces around here. You'll forgive me if I use you for fresh conversation.
Tell me about yourself. Share your business. Tell me what's important to you.
I'm from Boston. I love it very much. So much more lively. A fine mix of conviviality and anonymity. I miss that life. The music, the colour and the splendour, the dance of commerce. The flower sellers' forget-me-nots. Oh, the forget-me-nots. I very much wish to go home.
What are you doing here then?
I'm the shop boy. When the store moves, I move with it. Old man Ingersoll opened up a general store in Boston back in '78. Then he married Bathsheba. I came with them to New Eden intending to quickly return, but Mr. Ingersoll died.
Ojej, oj.
I extended my stay. They took me on when I was just a boy. I've no family. All I have is my Thomas, my closest friend.
You have, as my granny would say, the power to talk the back legs off a two-footed donkey. But I bet you listen too. What do you hear hereabouts?
Little of interest. Pennington has signed John Rumble to the train band, which means nothing at all to me. I believe John was down the flooded mine. That can't have been fun. Maybe the militia will be good for him.
Huh? You never know who'll take to soldiering.
You say that, and I defer to your experience, but I'm sure it's not for me.
Powiedz mi o kapitanie Penningtonie.
What can you tell me about Captain Pennington?
The captain? I've not a single bad word to say about that dismally antiquated, superannuated old man. His depth of experience is inspiring, although I shudder to think what those experiences have done to him. But
No swoje
we should
przeżył, nie?
respect our elders,
Popatrz na te wąsiska.
listen to their point
Musiał je
of
długo
view,
hodować.
and then ignore it as we look to the future.
Przez całą służbę.
What do you think of Helen Priest then?
I'd put her in charge if I could. She's bright, trustworthy, thinks
Wszyscy
for
na tą
herself.
Helen.
She's not married to
Zgaduję,
old
że jak
doctrine.
oskarżę
People here are desperate.
tam wyrok na
They're
Penningtona,
sick, they need
to ona
courage.
przejmie władzę i będzie tu lepiej.
And
I
Helen
znowu
Priest
zły wybór
fears
wydaje się
nothing.
najlepszy. Takie to jest dziwne. Znaczy zły wybór, gorszy
More
wybór.
generally, how fares Fort Jericho?
It's cold. Our clothes are inelegant, the walls are drab. There's no music, no conviviality. There's no gaiety. Boston isn't
No
much
szkoda,
of a
żeby
city,
tu było wesoło, to jest
but
w chuj
I
zimno.
miss it.
Śnieg to jest najgorsze, co może być.
I wonder what I could make of this place were I allowed.
You can paint a turnip red, but it still won't be an apple.
True, but stack enough red-painted turnips about the place, and even the dourest Scotsman shall surely crack a smile.
No i to tyle.
I must go.
Dobra,
Thank
to
you for
trzeba
your time.
zobaczyć, to jest Nathaniel.
And I for yours. Take care.
Tutaj jeszcze jakaś pani chodziła w środku.
No Ferdinando here.
Greetings. Welcome to Ingersoll's General Store. I'm Bathsheba
Bathsheba.
Ingersoll, the owner. What can I get you?
Ej, gdzieś już to
A
słyszałem.
comb, perhaps?
A comb. Very funny. Red McCraith, and pleased to meet you.
I met your friend Miss Duarte briefly in New Eden Town. I'm so sorry for your loss. She
A no tak,
seemed
my
a
z nią gadaliśmy na
vibrant
początku
and
gry, no.
resolute young woman.
And she seemed eager to leave town as quickly as possible.
Pokaż mi swoje towary.
I rather think we should, sir. What interests you?
Co ona tu ma? Obrażenia nadane przez Rida i Antel są zwiększone, zwiększone do 20%, im niższy poziom paska energii duchowej. O! Ciekawe. Trafienie wroga kolbą karabinu przeładowuje karabin. Obrażenia karabinu zadawane w słabe punkty są zwiększone. To takie do dupy. Surowe żelazo z kopalni. Obrażenia objawień są zwiększone o 100, ale czas odnowienia są zwiększone o 100. O kurwa. Strasznie słabe rzeczy. Nie wiem, kupmy to żelazo. Ja mam tyle kasy, że nie mam na co wydawać, nie? To sobie chociaż pokupujmy trochę, żeby mi niczego nie zabrakło. Tego mi zawsze brakowało. Dobra, powiedz coś o sobie.
Tell me about your store.
O, nagle się muzyka
Tell
włączyła.
me about you.
The original Ingersolls in Boston was grand and fine, but it burned in the North Square fire of '91. We moved to New Eden with Nathaniel.
A no tak, bo ona jest z Nathanielem,
Before
dobra.
Natty could return home, my husband died. Then came the curse. And now here we are. Welcome to Ingersoll's of Fort Jericho.
You never wanted to do anything else.
My husband was prosperous and affluent. I was young and clever. We made an excellent match. He taught me everything I know. The store is my business. My legacy. My story. It is who I am. I don't like running a store. I love it.
Dobrze, no i fajnie, no.
The shopkeeper must hear everything that goes on. Tell me something interesting. Just between us.
You assume me to be a gossip monger. What do you wish to know?
A jednak! A jednak jesteś.
What can you tell me about Captain Pennington?
He lets me trade. I like the man. He says Ingersoll's store is good for the fort. I very much agree.
No co miał innego powiedzieć, jak to jedyny sklep?
What can you tell me about Helen Priest?
I like her, though she's impetuous. Terse, even. She fancies herself a leader.
No, czyli ona ma
and she should know her place.
inne zdanie
And
niż
that place
Nathaniel.
is below the captain. Thinking about it, no, I don't think I do like her.
O Jezu! No,
More generally,
taki był
how
dubbing
fares
przeze mnie
Fort Jericho?
zrobiony.
Well, it's cold. Folk are hungry more often than not. I've little to tell you won't hear from someone else. But Ingersoll's is open, so all is well with me.
That's majonez.
I
Let's
must
go.
take my leave.
Let's go!
Give you a visit.
Szukamy tego...
Do come again.
Jak on miał? Fernando. Fernandina.
Nurse wings, one of those.
Aktualizowano aktywność niedobór żelaza? A, bo ja kupiłem żelazo. Teraz mogę iść oddać tej tutaj. Okej.
Those. Oh, must remember to set weed and stuff.
Tu jest Nili, a tutaj jeszcze ta babeczka.
Good day to you, Miss.
Miss? I'm the Hunter Flora Abbott, and I never miss. You?
It is rare, but I've been known to miss. Red McCraith, Banisher.
I heard about you when you first arrived. Is your friend not with you?
She died. She's with me in spirit.
Sad to hear it. I have nothing clever than that to say. If you need anything, well, I probably can't help.
Polujesz dla fortu.
So
Czyli
you
to jest
hunt for the fort?
łowczyni.
Part of the train band?
No tak, bo gadała z tym o
I
niedźwiedziach.
In my way. Before the curse, I traded with the people of New Eden. Meat and fur bartered for whatever they had that I needed.
How did you end up in New Eden? You won't mind me saying that you're not like most people here.
And yet, I am a New Englander. Born on a farm not far from Boston, but always preferred the wild. So I came to New Eden. In time, I came to love it. It's cursed, and I'm still here, aren't I?
What do you know? Tell me about your day-to-day.
If I did, would you listen?
No oczywiście, że tak.
Talk to me of Captain Pennington.
I've worked for worse. I'm able and I give him no trouble. In return, he makes sure I get none. He respects me. That makes him an excellent judge of character. Don't you think?
What can you tell me
Na razie
about Helen
dwa na
Priest?
kapitana, jeden
Not
na...
my favorite person.
jeden na Helen.
But in the fight against the dead, she's an asset.
No właśnie. 2-1 dla
How are you
kapitana na
yourself?
razie.
I do my work and do it well, though few notice.
I'll take my leave of you, Flora.
I'll not stop you.
A gdzie jest ten jebany? Może tutaj? Nie, to nie tu. Ferdinando Valarando. Gdzie ty masz sklepando? Może tam, o. To jest sklepando? U Ferdinando? Nie wydajando. Szanowna pani, chociaż mnie pani nie zna, ani ja pani, mój dowódca powiedział mi, że jest pani zmęczona z młodym taboltem, mój melancem z milicji New Eden. Był to dobry i odważny człowiek, to naprawdę smutne, że nie żyje. Podczas wyprawy w dzicz poszukiwania amunicji młody Williams i jego towarzysze zostali zaatakowani przez okropnych wrogów. Niestety z bólem muszę przekazać, że polegli. Zapamiętamy młodego tabolta jako człowiek chętnego do zgłaszania się na ochotnika i nigdy nie narzekającego na cokolwiek bez względu na trudności, które napotkały go podczas służby. W milicji nie ma ani jednej duszy, która nie uważałaby go za przyjaciela. Andrew White. To znowu biblijna książka bibliczna. To mam to w dupie. No bo komuś tak po prostu na chatę wszedłem. Może to jest sklep. A tu jeszcze ktoś
The
jest.
store.
O.
Fernando's?
Fernando! Zamknięte.
Closed. Are we in the right place? Anyone home? No one.
Papers in Miller's name. We're in the right place.
Keep looking. He's organized.
Disorganized traders lose money.
Vardy reads English extensively.
Well, nobody's perfect.
What was
Co?
this?
Co to?
A sansa. It's a musical instrument.
Okej.
It's Bantu, from southern Africa.
Okej. Niosą odnotowuje się i potwierdza, że własność sklepu dotrzymanego jako własność pani Rebeki Harry przechodzi teraz w całości i bez obciążenia na Fernando Millera. Fakt ten został potwierdzony przez odpowiedni organ prawny, znaczy przeze mnie, i powinien zostać poddany rejestracji zgodnie z odpowiednimi wymaganiami, gdy pozwolą na to okoliczności. Nie no, nie mówcie, że to będzie tak, że on ją po prostu zabił, żeby mieć własny sklep, bo nigdy nic w życiu nie ma, bo go kurwa rodzice bili paskiem i kurwa musiał spierdalać na podwórko, bawić się z rodzicami, bo wolał siedzieć kurwa na podwórku niż być w domu. No ja pierdolę, no. Kawałek drewna wyrzeźbiony w formie amuletu, ale jeszcze nie ukończony. O proszę, amulet.
He's making protective amulets.
He's making useless trinkets.
A czemu? A czemu to robi?
And he works hard to keep it away.
Boi się
What is he
dlatego,
afraid
że...
of?
Że jego narzeczona, czy tam żona, czy dziewczyna go nawiedzała i teraz się broni, dlatego ona nie mogła do niego przyjść, tutaj dojść, wejść i pójść. O kurwa. To zróbmy tak. I pójdziemy naokoło. No i jest ochronny amulet.
Surprisingly high quality wares.
Can't be many left.
Sklepy, pudełko, biżuteria, bagaż, sklepy, obrazy, pakowal, zestaw do... Okej.
He's doing surprisingly well for himself.
Where did he get the inventory?
Ostatnia wola i testament. Ja, Rebeka Harley, w mieście New Eden, będąc zdrowa na umyśle i zdecydowana, zapisuję Fernando Millerowi na wypadek... Zapisuję Fernando Millerowi na wypadek mojej śmierci cały mój majątek, w tym m.in. następujące przemiany. Jedno pudełko na biżuterię, obrazy, ilustra, zbiór książek, cały mój bagaż i jego zawartość, reszta do kaligrafii, różne meble, wszelkie środki pieniężne znajdujące się w moim posiadaniu, w moim sklepie lub w jakimkolwiek banku itd.
Rebecca's will. She was rich. She left him the lot.
That's where he got the inventory.
Aye. The list matches his sales record.
Touch my money and I'll drop you.
Jakich twoich
What are you
pieniędzy?
doing here? Thieving, no doubt.
I'm no thief, Mr. Miller. I'm the Banisher. I brought Helen Priest back to the fort.
A banisher. Thieves
Coś mi tu
lie.
nie pasuje.
How do you know my name?
Tis my business to know. Red McCraith.
If you are a banisher of ghosts, I have business for you.
Aha.
I'll pay.
Aye. I know about Rebecca. It was she who sent me to find you. She worries for you. Says she loves you.
The English have a word for that. Hogshite.
If not for love, why did she bequeath you her fortune?
No właśnie.
Whichever. It matters not.
Ja pierdolę, ale myślę, że on sam
Banisher.
napisał ten
This is
jebany
your job to
testament.
get rid of her. Can you not just do your work?
Easy, Mr. Miller. Now, I'll need to examine Rebecca's belongings.
I sold them. All of them.
You did? To who?
I don't know. People. I wrote it down. In the register. Read it if you wish.
2 recent sales to the blacksmith and to Ingersoll's store.
No proszę. A pokaż towary.
Now, my friend, we are conversing.
No to takie gówno masz. Ty strasznie biedny jesteś.
The storekeeper hears much. What do you hear, Mr. Miller?
I'm a busy man. If you've a question to ask, then ask it.
What can you tell me about Captain Pennington?
He has no problem with me. I have no problem with him. He respected Rebecca's wishes. He gave me what was mine. My freedom. Her estate.
Patrzcie jaki był nacisk na słowo freedom, że wolność.
He laid down the law.
On chyba za bardzo się poczuł wolny. I pomyślał, kurwa, taka biała, kurde, kobieta ma tyle kasy, tyle majątka, a ja jestem, kurwa, czarny, silny facet i nie mam nic? Pierdolę, zabiję ją, napiszę sobie testament za nią i wszystko będzie moje. Taki, kurwa, pewnie miał plan. I się udało.
Helen Priest.
I don't think of Ellen Priest. I stay out of her way. I hope she'll stay out of mine.
Jak żyła, oszukiwałem ją, że ją kocham. Teraz nie żyje, nawiedza mnie jej duch, macie się go pozbyć, bo ją nie kocham jednak. No kurwa mać. Już się wydałeś, gościu. Ja tu jestem Sherlock Polski Holmes.
Things are desperate. Have you heard the sound of their bodies crashing against the wood? I am a man of courage. I have endured much. But this, it undoes me. I don't know what you people have done to this country, but there's little hope and no way out.
Czemu mówisz you people? Nie wsadzaj mnie do wora z każdym rasistą białasem, jakiego spotkałeś.
You've put quite the effort into protecting your home, haven't you?
You poked about my house without my say-so.
I know my business. So out of generosity, here's the truth. None of it works. Not the wreath, not the amulet. None of it works. Pretty though.
His brooch is working.
It works. She hasn't come back. I can sleep now. I hear her calling,
Broszka jakaś.
whispering my name.
Ja tej broszki nie widzę.
Find her at my bedside. Our eyes meet. She stares. She won't leave me alone. She's an Akishi, a demon. Banish her.
To nie jest demon, to jest po prostu duch, który ma niedokończone sprawy
I need
tutaj.
a job. I accept.
Sprawdźmy te rzeczy, które
Farewell to
sprzedał.
you, Mr. Miller, sir.
You know where to find me. If you're buying, I'm selling.
Przeszukaj kuźnię, przeszukaj lululu, lalala.
He'd sold it all. Everything she'd owned. And fast.
No, bardzo szybko. Chciał coś ukryć.
Why the hurry?
If we track her things down, perhaps they'll tell us.
Jest zdjątko.
The work, I mean.
Not our ghost eye, though. Let's try the forge.
Okej, czyli kuźnia. Może w kuźni będzie coś bardziej wartościowego. O!
A note?
Let's see.
Joseph, otrzymałem rzeczy, które byłeś mi winien. O dziwo, wszystko się zgadza. Myślałem, że jesteś kłamcą. Wygląda na to, że nie. Niewolnik Rebeki. Fernando nie był zadowolony z majątku swojej zmarłej kochanki. Z rozkazu Penningtona jest teraz wolnym człowiekiem, a do tego kupcem. Pamiętaj moje słowa. Takie gówno nas wykończy. A, widzicie, czyli on na początku był jej niewolnikiem! Tak czy inaczej, jesteśmy kwita, ty i ja. Przynajmniej do następnej partyjki kart w baraku z chłopakami. Wtedy jeszcze raz cię oskubię, Teodor.
Ferdinando was a slave. She was his owner.
Dlaczego nam o tym nie powiedziała?
As if it were of no consequence. We know where to go. The barrack room.
Oczywiście, że tak. Baraki, baraki.
A strong the quill resonates. An echo, perhaps.
Ale tu jest czytania. Nie, tylko nie to gówno biblijne. Moja najdroższa Kotin. No. List do siostry Kotin pobili. To nie dla nas. Pionierska choroba, widmo u bram. Moja słodka Etyl. Niektórzy z moich towarzyszy są chorzy. Jest zimno, jestem głodny, twój tabolt. Wraz ze śmiercią Szyrgosa Polubiego, zgodnie z jego życiem. Okej. Tu coś mamy. Okej, czyli ona pisała.
I only recognize my name in the list.
Distant family, but I can't disinherit them.
I would never ask you that. To have met you is already more than I ever expected. If I was to lose you, God forbids, I'd cherish all that reminds me of you.
Widzicie? Jaki to jest gold digger jebany?
If you were to lose me, all that I own would now be yours.
He claimed not to love her. Why lie?
Maybe he did once, and now he doesn't.
Let's see what he has to say about it.
Trochę dziwne. Nie wiem, co o tym myśleć jak na razie. Dobra.
Banisher?
I found papers. Official papers. They tell quite the story.
That's all in the past, for the good of my future. But you may as well hear it from me. As she lay dying, Rebecca Hardgrave gave me my freedom. Before that, I was her slave.
How very romantic.
If it weren't for the captain, the good people of New Eden would have let me die too.
Rebecca was in love with you. The feeling was not mutual. True?
I was her pet. A dog nuzzling its master, hoping she might loosen its leash. She loved me, she said. I allowed her to think I loved her back. I sat up and begged and let her pet me. I was a very good boy.
You gulled her, then took advantage.
No właśnie.
To a slave, a crumb of freedom tastes like a loaf.
Ale nie można być takim gold diggerem. Nie widzę swojego imienia w twoim testamencie. Dlaczego?
Enough chitter chatter. Perhaps you should get back to work. What am I paying you for?
Widać gościu, że ta wolność ci nie służy.
You're paying for this. This is the work. But I get the feeling it's the result that interests you, not the method. You want me to finish the job, then the story must be told. The ghost must manifest.
I do not like this idea. This idea can shit itself 6 times by sundown.
Come on, break the brooch, and let's get it over with.
No niż to, no.
No choice remains. Let it be done.
Czy
And I'll be done with it!
gold diggerowanie zasługuje na śmierć? Kurde, no nie wiem.
You're here at last!
Step no closer!
I don't understand. Are you not glad to see me?
Now, Banisher! End this!
Not now. You need to hear the truth, both of you. That reminds me. Rebecca, you omitted to tell us that Ferdinando was your slave. That you owned him.
I loved him.
I was a slave! I was not free to leave! What kind of love is that?
Trochę ma racji, no.
We loved each other.
Love? No. I told my master what she wanted to hear. I gulled her with a lie. I thought you a fool.
W sumie go rozumiem trochę, bo oglądałem ostatnio taki serial jak Bass, Strażnik Teksasu, czy jak on tam się nazywał. Też był niewolnikiem.
I loved you, and you loved me. It was but a piece of paper. A piece of paper and a guarantee. I needed a guarantee.
You don't know what love is. You know only fear. You feared being undesired, being unnoticed, being alone.
True love requires you to let go.
No właśnie.
Time to give this love story.
A on nie był wolny i mówił po prostu to, co chciała jego pani usłyszeć, żeby ją zadowolić i nie podpaść, nie? Pomóż wstąpić.
Rebecca Hardgrave, your love for Fadi Miller is sincere but unwanted. You're hurting him. Let him go.
Is it wrong to wish to spend your life with the man you love?
You did spend
Ale
your life with him.
nie rozumiesz, że on nie chce? Nie chciał?
He was mine. I wanted to keep him. Was I wrong?
Tak jak ja bym sobie teraz dziewczynę znalazł i on kurwa cały czas trzymał na smyczy, no.
Let go.
Nie ma to sensu.
Peace! She gets peace! After all she did!
I get peace, but you get your freedom. I was wrong. I'm sorry, Fadi. For everything.
Dziś chociaż się przyznała, że jej głupio, no. Doceń to.
Farewell.
I wykorzystaj tę wolność lepiej niż ona. Wykorzystała twoją tą niewolność.
She deserves no peace. She put me through hell. You don't care, Banisher. Just one more mad master in a madder world.
Kurwa, bo zaraz wczytam zapis i cię zabiję. Co za typ. Dobra, idziemy do kolejnej misji pobocznej, ale ją już zrobimy w kolejnym... A kto to? A kto to? A kto to? To jeszcze sobie pogadamy na koniec z kimś tutaj.
You're new. From where have you sprung?
Mamy jeszcze trochę
Name's
czasu.
Red McGrath, a banisher, come from across the deep blue sea.
You look a landlubber to me. You should feel right at home.
John Rumbal.
John Rumble.
Are you a married man, John?
Aye, to Abigail. I count myself lucky. Are you married yourself, Mr. McGrath?
Marriage wasn't for us. I suppose you could have called us man and wife.
No, you could not.
Marriage is a union conceived by men.
A co ty gadasz? Zdradzałaś mnie? Inny duch cię teraz przeleciał, jak nie widziałem?
Do I detect a hint of regret?
Regret? Oh, I have no regrets. She's a fine woman, my wife. Finer than likes of me deserves. I'll not say a word against her. Not a word, sir.
No to dobrze.
What's the word round here?
Word about what?
What can you tell me about Captain Pennington?
What about him?
I don't know. Is he a good commander? Do you like him? Does he have secrets, that kind of thing?
If, say, I thought him a blockhead, then I'd not say so. If, say, it was my wife's stupid idea for me to join the train band, I'd not say that neither.
Can you tell me anything about Helen Priest?
A bold woman, clever too. I'll be glad to take her orders.
Okej. 3 do 2. 3 do 2 dla kapitana nadal.
I'm interested in Sebastian Priest. Do you know him?
I did not, but I know the lieutenant's name. We all do. He died a hero. Call comfort to Helen, no doubt.
No dobra, to jeszcze twoją żonkę wypytam
May
na
you prosper
koniec.
in good health, John.
He that does good is of God. How often, Abigail, must we have this fight? How often must we argue?
We shall argue until you hear me.
I hear you all too well. I hear a hoggish harridan, a narrow nag, a selfish shrew.
One of these days, I shall poison your soup.
Oj, oj, oj.
Before, I'll take you to the highest cliff and push you off it.
Ej, mówiłeś, że nic się nie dzieje z żoną, a teraz się przekłócili, kurwa. Jeszcze przy mnie i się na mnie patrzyli.
Red McCraith, ma'am. I'm a banisher.
Are you indeed? Pleased to meet you, Mr. Banisher. I'm Abigail Rumble. Thanks to you, me and my husband should soon be able to go back to our mountains.
You and your husband prefer an isolated life outside the fort.
I have a roof above my head, my belly is rarely empty, and I live by my beliefs. We suffered for many years. By comparison, this is bliss.
Do you not find it dangerous out here? Just the two of you alone.
I thank you for your concern, but we live how we live, and it makes us quite contented.
Jak was to cieszy, to spoko.
Your husband won't mind us talking.
No, why would he? We are faithful and trustworthy.
No właśnie słyszałem.
As, I'm sure, are you.
Pobożna kobieta nie mówi, że zatruje zupę
No need
męża.
to worry about me, ma'am. I'm spoken for.
Good. We understand one another. My husband and I are very close. Very close.
A, teraz już wiem, że udajecie.
Then you have my admiration. Sustaining such closeness takes much tolerance and hard work.
Jestem pobożna, ale mężowi tak bym zupę zatruła. To za głupia hipokryzja.
Talkworthy? I wouldn't know where to start.
What's your thoughts on
Zobaczmy, czy
Pennington?
kogo ona wybierze.
Good leader.
He gave John a job. That was good. We hadn't worked since we left the Bly place. He saw John's promise and gave him his chance. I'd say he's a good leader.
Czy będzie 4-2? Oj.
Anything?
Talk.
Helen Priest seems to get the work done.
The captain trusts her with his life. So do I. John adores her. When the fort was attacked, she proved us right. I like having a strong woman in charge.
A, czy on ją też lubi, czyli jest remis. No dobra. 4-3.
I'll let you get back to your day, madam.
If you
Zostawiajcie łapki w górę, subujcie kanał, a my idziemy w kolejnym odcinku do kolejnej misji pobocznej, a potem lecimy z głównym wątkiem. Wchodzimy do kopalnioka. Pa, pa.